Weather. The condition of the atmosphere of a place at a certain time is called weather. Weather depends on some factors like temperature, wind, air pressure, moisture, and clouds, etc. In a weather report, you will see words like hot, cold, windy, dry, or humid. They have some symbols for different conditions. Different types of weather: sunny, cloudy, partly cloudy, hot, warm, snowy, cold, windy, breezy, rainy. Weather forecasting. The science of predicting the weather is known as forecasting or meteorology. You must have seen a weather report in the newspaper, television, and even mobile phones. The scientist who forecasts the weather is called a meteorologist. Weather changes due to the sun. The sun causes change in the weather. The part of the earth facing the sun has day and the other part has night. Thus, the rotation of the earth on its axis causes day and night. When the earth revolves around the sun, one half of it is close to the sun while the other half is away from it. The part of the earth closer to the sun have hotter and longer days. So it is summer in the part of the world. The part of the earth farther from the sun have colder and shorter days. So it is winter in the part of the world. Thus, the revolution of the earth causes seasons. The sun causes winds. The sun heats up the air around us. The hot air is light, so it rises up. The cold air, which is heavy, comes down. This movement of air causes winds. The sun causes rain. The sun is also responsible for rain. Due to the heat of the sun, water in the water bodies like seas, oceans, rivers, lakes, etc., evaporate and form water vapor. Water vapor rises and forms clouds. When clouds become too heavy, they fall as rain. Weather changes due to air. We know that air is all around us. We cannot see it, but we can feel it when it blows. Air is a mixture of gases. It also contains dust, smoke, and water vapor. Moving air is called wind. Gently moving air is called breeze. Fast and strong winds are called storms. Fascinating fact: the lowest ever recorded world temperature is minus 89.6 degrees centigrade at Antarctica. The air keeps moving from hot to cold regions. This movement of air is called air currents. In coastal areas, these air currents cause sea and land breeze. Sea breeze. From the above activity, it is clear that land heats up and cools down faster than water. During the day, land gets heated up due to the heat of the sun faster than the sea. The hot air above the land rises up and the cool air from the sea blows in to take its place. This is called sea breeze. Land breeze. At night, the land cools faster than the sea, so the sea is warmer than the land. The hot air from the sea rises up and the cool air from the land blows towards the sea to take its place. This is called land breeze. Weather changes due to water. Water is the most abundant substance on earth. About 71% of the earth's surface is covered with water. Water is found in oceans, seas, rivers, under the ground, on the mountains, and in air. Water changes its form and thus exists in all the three states on the earth. Water changes its form on cooling and heating. Evaporation. Water on the earth's surface gets heated up due to the heat of the sun and changes into water vapor. The process of changing of water into water vapor on heating is called evaporation. The process of evaporation is faster when the temperature is high, when it is windy, when the air is dry, and the exposed surface of water is large. Condensation. When the water vapor rises into the atmosphere, it cools down and changes into drops of water. The process of changing of water vapor into water on cooling is called condensation. In nature, water vapor condenses into water in the forms of fog, dew, frost, hail, and snow. Fog. When a thick cloud of water drops is formed immediately above the land or water, it is called fog. Fog is often thickest in valleys and hills. It occurs in the winter season. Fog is dangerous because we cannot clearly see in the fog. Dew. When the water vapor condenses and settles as droplets on the ground, on the plants, and also on the window panes, it is called dew. On a very cold night, dew or surface water freezes to form tiny ice crystals. This is called frost. It can be very harmful for the crops. Hail. When the atmosphere is cold, the raindrops freeze and become hard balls of ice. These balls of ice fall to the ground as hail. Hail may damage some crops. Snow. When it is very cold, the water vapor freezes in the air and falls down as soft white flakes called snow. Purification of water. Water in wells, rivers, lakes, etc. is impure due to insoluble impurities which can be seen, soluble impurities which cannot be seen, disease causing germs, and we can purify water by boiling, sedimentation and decantation, filtration and chlorination. Boiling. Boiling is the best and the simplest method to kill germs and bacteria present in water. In this method, we boil water for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Water should always be stored in clean, covered containers or vessels after boiling. Sedimentation and decantation. Water having insoluble impurities is purified by sedimentation and decantation. First, water is allowed to stand undisturbed for some time. The insoluble impurities like sand, mud, etc. settle at the bottom of the container. This process is called sedimentation. The clear water is poured gently into another container without disturbing the settled impurities. This process is called decantation. This decanted water may also contain many impurities and germs. Filtration. Filtration is another method of removing insoluble impurities from water. In this method, water is passed through a filter paper placed in a funnel. The impurities are left behind on the filter paper and are called residue. The clear water obtained in a container is called filtrate. Similarly, water on the surface of the earth gets filtered when it passes through various layers of soil to become underground water. That is why underground water is more safe and fit for drinking. Chlorination. Germs in water can also be killed by using chlorine. The process of adding chlorine in water is called chlorination. These days, chlorine is easily visible in the form of tablets. Chemicals like potassium permanganate and bleaching powder are also added in water to kill germs. Let's sum up. The sun causes change in the weather. Air is a mixture of gases. In coastal areas, air currents cause the sea breeze and the land breeze. Water is the most abundant substance on earth. Water exists in all three states on the earth. Water can be purified by boiling, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, and chlorination.